All right, guys, what's up? It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday on Prizepicks, April 22nd. We've got three NBA games for today's slate. It's been pretty exciting. Yesterday did not go the way that I was hoping it would. Let's take a look at, do a quick recap here. So James Harden, he actually looked like he was on his way to getting this done. And then just did not do much. He hit that 25 mark and did not keep going. 33.5 is what we took the points assists over. He ended up going for 25. Russell Westbrook ended up 0.5ing us. We took him over 19.5 PRA. He went for 19. Malik Beasley, these are the ones I really want to talk about. Detroit, this was, I'm so impressed with the Detroit Pistons. I'm very jealous as a Suns fan. I wish we had Cade Cunningham. Like, that dude's so good. But yeah, I mean, Cade was just getting whatever he wanted. Talked about it briefly. We thought, that Cade would try to get going early. We know in game one, he sort of got things going towards the end of the game because they were doubling him every time. They had OG Anunoby on him the whole time in game one, and they were really slowing him down. And it's like Tom Thibodeau was just like, hey, that thing that worked on Cade last game, let's just not do that this game. And it wasn't until like the second half from what I was watching that they really started trying to double Cade. But Cade was getting whatever he wanted. Didn't really need to get the role players involved as much. Malik Beasley had some opportunities. He missed some crucial shots. And then Dennis Schroeder started to get hot towards the end of the game a little bit too. It seemed like on a couple opportunities when Cade had Beasley and Schroeder both open on like these fast break opportunities. I think that he thought maybe like, hey, you guys think I'm going to dish it over to Malik Beasley from beyond the arc. I'm going to dish it over to Schroeder instead. And Schroeder ended up wide open. Great game. But yeah, they did not take the same approach on Cade. I thought for sure they would be like, look, their role players can't shoot lights out every game. So let's keep Cade out of the mix, and that's not the approach they took. Cade was, and even when they to Cade's credit, there were some times where they were doubling him for sure, and he was just having his way in the paint. But Tobias Harris had a great game, 21.5 points, rebounds, what we took. He went for 28. This is a pretty sweat-free pick, but yeah, the rest of these did not play out the way I was hoping. So I've got some plays for today. Today it's very different on Underdog than it is on Prizepicks for these plays, because my favorite play we can't get on Underdog. So if it's on Underdog by the time you're watching this, then I would take this over the Anthony Edwards play that I put on Underdog instead of AJ Green. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm going Jaden McDaniels over 16.5 points, rebounds. Going to go Aaron Wiggins over 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I believe we're getting this at 15.5 on Underdog. I'll go through the Underdog slip in a minute. Luka Doncic, this 46.5 PRA. It's a full point cheaper on Prizepicks than it is on other platforms. So I'm going with I think he's going to get his assists going tonight. Last game, he had like one assist, and there's no way that continues to be a thing. And they lost that game by a lot. So he's going to have to get other guys involved. So I like his full PRA here at 46.5. And then AJ Green, 7.5 PRA. I love this play. And probably my favorite play of the day is this 7.5 PRA. I think that it's so low because Damian Lillard is supposed to return tonight, but that doesn't scare me away. So here's what I got for Underdog. Aaron Wiggins, we got the 15.5 PRA. Luka Doncic, I'm just going points, rebounds over 39.5 because his PRA is up at 47.5. And so, yeah, I'm going to be going 39.5 points, rebounds. Jaden McDaniels, 16.5 points, rebounds. We're getting that the same. And then since we can't get AJ Green, I'm going with Anthony Edwards, 10.5 rebounds and assists, taking that for more on Underdog. If you haven't signed up for Underdog yet, use code JRUSSO. They're going to hook you up with up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. It's right up there with Prizepicks. There are things that I like about Underdog better, and then there are some multiplier options that Prizepicks will. I think Underdog caps the the multiplier at like 500x, if I'm not mistaken. And you guys know me, I like playing YOLOs, and I don't always go, I don't always go like even a full unit. Sometimes I'll just make a wild YOLO and throw like $1 on it or $2 on it. You know, like I'm not trying to get careless with the portfolio here, but anyways, Underdog is great. And one thing I do like about Underdog, though, is when you're really stacking the multipliers with those YOLOs, they will cap you for your main hit. So like a flex, I believe the cap at like a 6-man, for example, the cap will be at like 175x. So it'll let you know, hey, you've reached the cap on your multiplier. But you can still add plays that are stacking that up, and it'll stack the second multiplier. So it'll stack the 5 of 6. So if you miss one, it'll stack that up. So I put out a YOLO yesterday, and it was 175x for all 6, and then the 5 of 6 was still 110x. So you can, whenever it tells you it's capping, it will still boost the other multipliers. So like the 5 of 6, the 4 of 6. So it's pretty fun if you enjoy stuff like that. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you guys, appreciate the content, make sure you're liking the videos, drop me a comment. I've been getting messages from some of you about not receiving my notifications, and it's so stupid, but this is what YouTube did. They changed it in late 2023. If you click the bell on a channel that you like and you want the notifications, they're not just going to send you the notifications. They keep changing it based off of how much you interact with the channel. So if you like the videos, you're interacting with the channel, then they're like, oh, we'll send them their notifications faster then. I don't think it's the right way to approach it, but that is what they're doing now. So if you're getting notifications late, it's probably because of that. But it does start to pick up over time. I've been testing it with like a different account I have, and it does start to push the notifications faster and faster. It's stupid, but that's what they do. Anyways, yeah. So code JRUSSO over at Underdog, and you'll get hooked up with the sign up bonuses and all that stuff. All right, so let's start breaking down the plays. All right, so we got here first, Aaron Wiggins. All right, so this first game was an absolute blowout. Dude's been in rhythm. 4 straight games of crushing this. The 14.5. I mean, let's just look at this. I know I got it here. Let's look at this over under, because after that game 1, you got to think that this spread is going to be nasty. All right, so 229 over under, Thunder favored by 14.5. The thing is Wiggins is the type of guy who will get a little bit of extended run in blowouts. So this was 131-80. Good Lord. Okay, so he looks so good. He still played 26.3 minutes. He went for 27 PRA. He's got 4 straight games here. Let's look at some of these other games. So this was a little bit closer against the Pelicans. 145-111 against Utah. He still played 34 minutes. And then 125-112, not really a blowout against the Suns, but he got 33 minutes. But this is just way too low, in my opinion. So I'm gonna be taking it for more. Averaging about 15.4 attempts from the field, shooting 51% over these last 5 games, and 40% from beyond the arc on 6 attempts. So he's averaging about 2.4 made threes a game right now. 8 rebound chances, 5.8 potential assists. He's playing great. And then if we look at the head-to-head, he's also done it in the head-to-head in 4 straight games. So I'm absolutely taking this at 14.5. And like I said on Underdog, I took it at 15.5. So yeah, even in that blowout, he still went for 27. He had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Yeah, he's. I mean, if you just look at these last 4 head-to-heads from the field, 46%, 50%, 67%, and 53%. If we look beyond the arc, that first game of these that he cashed, and it looks like these are all 4 of these are from this year, from this season. So these, when he didn't hit, I'm sure the minutes were down too. Yeah, he was barely getting, like his highest game was 13 minutes. But this season's a little bit different. He's got more of an established role here, especially with the exodus of like guys like Giddey, a little bit of a change up to the roster. He's one of the guys that have stuck as one of their main go-tos. But yeah, for the 3-point shooting though, he's got this one bad game where he went 1 of 5, so 20%. But then he went 8 of 13. He went 3 of 4, and he went 4 of 7. So 62%, 75%, 57% from beyond the arc. So dude's been eating. If you look at the matchup, 24th in points allowed, 10th in rebounds allowed, 17th in assists allowed. And then we bump over to the shooting guard position, and it tightens up a little bit. 12th in points allowed, 4th in rebounds allowed, but then 22nd in assists allowed. So just give me that full PRA. That's what I'm going to be taking. Let's take a look here. See what Daily Grind thinks about this. Not Andrew. Let me type in Aaron. So they like his points over as the best play, 9.5. That is a great deal. I think it's 10.5 on Underdog. So 53.3% odds to hit the over, minus 133. There's that PRA. They like that as the next best play. 51.98% odds to hit the over. We know some of these platforms are bumping it to 15.5. I think this is low regardless. I think 15.5 is low, considering 4 games straight he's crushed it. 4 straight head-to-heads he's crushed it. And more, like the last time they played, what did he have? Like 21 points, was it? Yeah, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So 14.5, 15.5. I might chill on the YOLOs and wait till Flex Friday. But if I make one, his PRA or his points alone will definitely be a demon that I'm considering. They also like his points rebounds over 13.5, and the points assist they have at a 50-50 shot. So go with your gut. I think all of his points related lines are just way too low personally. So that's what I'm going to be rolling, is the over there on the full PRA. All right, so Jaden McDaniels, dude had a killer game 1, and I don't want to overhype it, but I still like his points rebounds here at 16.5. 25 points and 9 rebounds. I'm not expecting that same outing. I mean, the dude shot 85%. He was on a heater that I don't think he's going to be on tonight, but I still think that he's going to clear 16.5. Let's see. From beyond the arc, he went 3 of 3. Was just absolutely in rhythm. And so actually I was a little bit hesitant at first on this play. And then I went and looked at the head-to-head and realized he's actually done this in 3 straight head-to-heads, had these solid outings. Now, not necessarily from beyond the arc, but field goal percentage overall. We have 11 attempts, cashed 7, and then he only cashed 6 of 18. That was a bad outing. He still had 8 rebounds and cleared that line. But then, yeah, again, 85% is not something we want to count on tonight. But 9.2 rebound chances is what he's been like averaging overall. But if you look at these last 3, his rebound chances, 18, 14, 13. Dude's been right there in the mix, and he's gone for 9 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds. So, I mean, yeah, I'll take this all day. Now, depending on what his line is at, his rebounds might be another demon that I think about taking, or just on Underdog, you can just, they give you a lot of options to change the multiplier. So I might boost up his rebounds in a slip. We'll see about that. But yeah, I like him to still be able to get over the 16.5 tonight. And let's look at the minutes. Maybe the minutes correspond with some of the misses. It trends in that direction a little bit. You can kind of see a correlation here between him cashing and his output, and the minutes sort of trickling down and then jumping back up to 33.3 minutes in that last game. And he was averaging over 1 point rebound stat per minute. He went for 34 and 33 minutes. So if he gets those 33 minutes, let's just do something fun here. Let's just go to 2024. My computer's begging right now. Let me go ahead and I'm going to just close this Underdog daily grind option, because that's going to slow me down a little bit. All right, so let's look at the 2024 season when he gets, let's just start with 30 minutes. Well, 31 minutes. Okay, so it jumps up to a 76% hit rate, 38 out of 50 games. If he repeats and gets those, and the thing is, he could have gotten more minutes than that if this hadn't been such a blowout. If he gets at least 34 minutes, he clears this points rebounds 90% of the time, 28 out of 31 games. And look at this streak. So, I mean, yeah, I love this play. I feel very confident in it. If we look at the matchup specifically to power forwards, 18th in points allowed, 4th in rebounds allowed. So tight on rebounds to power forwards, but he's 3 straight games of 8 or more rebounds. Let's take a look here and see what Daily Grind thinks. Yeah, his rebounds are set at 5. That does look really good. They like the points, rebounds, and the rebounds over. So yeah, we might be able to get a demon on those rebounds at like 6.5. I would even take 7.5. I wouldn't be afraid of it personally. But they've got the rebounds over 5, 51.51% odds to the over -124. Points, rebounds, 51.27% odds to hit the over -123. They like his assists over 1.5. The rebounds and the points rebounds are really sticking out to me. You could take a look at his points straight up at 11.5. Okay, so they're just barely favoring that to the under. So yeah, I mean, it's less appealing to me without the rebounds attached, because that's what 11.5. That's just you're getting a fair rate. So 16.5. That's just that 5 rebounds line. Did they just change that to the under? Let me refresh this. They're favoring him under 5 rebounds. I'm not taking that under. And it's just because it's moving to 4.5 on some of these other platforms, which is crazy. So yeah, points, rebounds, though, you are getting the points at a fair value and the rebounds at a fair value without any bumps there. All right, let's keep it rolling here. So Luka Doncic. Now, I know that he didn't clear this in game 1. He went for 37 points. So you're probably thinking what I was thinking, like, let's take his points. I think it looks solid at, I think they're set at like 30.5. Yeah, the points look good. The thing is he had 1 assist in that game and they got slaughtered. So they're going to have to change. I'm not saying he's not going to clear the 30.5, but, he went for 37 in game 1. And it's just Luka has to get his other guys involved. And I know JJ Redick is going to make a point to get other guys involved tonight. He still went for 46 PRA in game 1 with just 1 assist. He still got his 8 rebounds, 37 points. We're taking on Underdog 39.5 points rebounds, which I'm excited about as well. Because even at the 40.5, he did clear that in game 1, 37 points, 8 rebounds. So went for 45 there. But my main thing is Luka Doncic is not going to come into game 2 with 1 assist. So I could see maybe a little bit of a regression on the points, but I think that the assists are going to get us over the mark here. However, I'm not comfortable just taking his assists alone at I think they're set at 7. So the PRA makes the most sense to me, especially at 46.5. But I'm taking the points rebounds on Underdog at 39.5 since the PRA is where the rest of the lines are at 47.5. The points rebounds just seem like a good call. You could just take the points rebounds alone at 40.5 too if you want, but you are getting a bump there by attaching the points and the rebounds. Minnesota. Let's look at the matchup here. To point guards, it softens up a little bit in rebounds and assists, but still tough on points, and he still dropped 37 on him. But he's been in rhythm, like we saw these last 3 games. Dude's just been getting after it ever since he popped off against Dallas. But yeah, 3rd in points allowed, 13th in rebounds allowed, 11th in assists allowed. It's kind of hard to gauge the minutes. It's like Luka's going to be on the floor the majority of the time. So I would say he's going to be knocking on the door 40 minutes tonight if I had to guess, because 117 to 95, and he still played 40 minutes. So I think that we can count on 38 or more minutes. Let's see his attempts. Yeah, he shot great, 55%, so 22 attempts. I wouldn't be surprised if he's around that same amount. I just think the potential assists. So yeah, I mean, he tried to put up 8 assists in that game and guys weren't hitting their shots. Clearly, he only cashed 1 of them. But I think JJ is going to right this ship, and I think it'll be a much closer game tonight. Let's take a look at Luka on Daily Grind real quick. Yeah, they love that PRA over at 46.5. That 1 point makes a big difference when literally most everyone else is up at 47.5. 54.29% odds to hit the over, minus 139. Pinnacle has it favored to the over at 47.5. So yeah, I mean, I'm loving this play. Yeah, see, they don't like the assists at 7. They did put the assist up a little high compared to the way that game 1 played out. Let's see anything else here. They do like the points over. So the points have bumped up to 31 from 30.5. They still like it over 51.8% odds to hit the over. Points rebounds at 40. They like that. I like that too. If you're just considering that the points got bumped up to 31 and the points rebounds are actually just at 40 flat, you're getting those rebounds in there at a fair value because the rebounds, I believe, are set at 9. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're set at 9, and they like him to go over that. They have it at a 50.52% odds to hit the over. Some of these platforms are at 9.5 already, and we got some 8.5s. The 8.5s are like minus 138, minus 145. Heavy juice to go over 8.5. They like him over 1.5 steals. And this rebounds combo, Rudy Gobert and Luka Doncic, 19.5, 51.26% odds to hit the over. So you got some pivots here, but man, 54% odds to hit the over at 46.5 is juicy. Let's keep it rolling. AJ Green, man, the play that I wish I could get on Underdog too. So hopefully you guys can, but it was not there. They had a bunch of other scrubs in that game that they're allowing you to take plays on, but no AJ. So let's start with his last 5. Just beautiful. 5 straight, crushing. Dude can get so hot from beyond the arc. 100% hit rate in his last 5. And in game 1, he had 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. So he went for 19 PRA. He shot 13 times. Only shot 38%, but still put up 15 points. Cashed 5 threes, took 11 threes. So what did we say? So 13 attempts, 11 of those were threes. That's what he does. You know, he's just like a great shooter on the outside. And they're going to need some help. You know, Giannis can't do it alone. I think that 98 to 117. Giannis played great, but I think Dame is back tonight. So yeah, he's off the injury report. He should be good to go. I don't know what his minutes are going to look like. And so, you know, with AJ playing shooting guard, but still this will affect the rotation if Dame is on the floor. Let's look at the matchup real quick, and then we'll dive in. So for shooting guards, 21st in points allowed, 21st in rebounds allowed, 11th in assists allowed. The majority of this is going to be his points. But if we're getting the whole thing at 7.5, I'm just going to attach the rebounds and assists. But the reason I'm not concerned about Dame is if we look at his last 5 games with Damian Lillard, he still cashed it 3 out of his last 5. And if we look at the whole 2024 season with Damian Lillard in the mix, 71% hit rate, 37 of 52 games. So this is just a very low line. We've got 1, 2, 3 of those too that he missed. He was like 1 stat away, point, rebound, or assist would have cashed it. So could easily be 40 of 52 games. So yeah, and then let's look at the head-to-head. So 4 straight head-to-heads, he's cleared this with Damian in the mix. So we've got Damian set up here, and yeah, and the last 3, he went for 12, 11, and 10. So you can see, I mean, he had no assists in this first one, but these last 2 games, he actually had like 4 assists, 3 assists. So I'm feeling great about this. I really hope it hits Underdog before you guys see this. But I still like the pivot. So yeah, his points at 6.5. Yeah, you're getting the full PRA for a 1-point bump. That's crazy. 6.5 points. They call that the top. Oh, that's the points rebounds. I was like, what? Okay, so his points are set at 5.5. So a 2-point bump if you include the full PRA. And they don't like the 5.5 points alone. But yeah, the points rebounds, 53.26% odds to hit the over minus 135. PRA, 51.93% odds to hit the over minus 127. And that's about it. That's about it for AJ Green. Let's talk about Anthony Edwards real quick. All right, so I'm going to be going with his rebounding and assists because I think this is going to be a little bit closer game. And he had 8 rebounds, 9 assists in that first game. This is the head-to-head. No, this is the last 5. So he's cleared it in 3 out of his last 5. His worst outing was 8, and that was 145 to 125. I'm sorry, 141 to 125. So he still had 37 minutes. He didn't really. He was probably maybe scoring a lot in that game. But yeah, 3 out of the last 5. At 10.5, this just seems like a safe bet. If we do look at the head-to-head, he's been kind of knocking on the door in a lot of these. So 4 out of 9 head-to-heads is not great, but that's dating way back to the 2023 season. But more recently, on February 27th, he went for 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and then in game 1, he went for 8 rebounds, 9 assists. So 10.5 just feels kind of low to me. And let's see, specifically to shooting guards, 15th in rebounds allowed, 25th in assists allowed. So this kind of correlates with that Jaden McDaniels. Is it a McDaniels? Let me just make sure. Yeah, McDaniels. I get confused because of Jaden Daniels as well sometimes. But yeah, I feel like this correlates a little bit with some of his other guys getting involved. I think he'll still have a decent assist night, and he seems to be rebounding pretty decently against the Lakers in these last 2 games. I'm sorry, that's not even the head-to-head. Let's see. Yeah, 6 and 8 in the last 2 head-to-head matchups. So, yeah, I feel good about him getting it done. You know, the minutes are going to be there. I think it'll be a little bit more of a competitive game, and 10.5 just seems like a solid pivot to me. If I can't get that AJ Green, so they've got the rebounds and assists as his best play. 53.31% odds to hit the over, minus 135. So if you don't like the AJ Green play, I love it. But if you don't like it, you could pivot to this on Prizepicks as well. But yeah, minus 135. Everyone's got it favored to go over. They also like his points alone at 25.5, 52.5% odds hit the over, minus 130. They like his assists over 5. They like his full PRA at 36.5. That is pretty low for Edwards, especially because I think he's going to have to be a little bit more involved. I think it'll be a closer game. So let's look at that over under. 210 over under, and Lakers favored by 5.5. That's interesting. After that first matchup, they just think the Lakers are really going to adjust well, come out and tie the series up. And then we got 228.5 for the Bucks Pacers. This is a fun matchup, even though that game was pretty one-sided. That was a pretty fun matchup in game 1. But yeah, they got the Pacers favored by 4. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if Milwaukee can make the right adjustments. But they were seeming like there was like these little like flashes of them putting things together in that game. But then the Pacers kept adjusting well. If you guys want this app Outlier, you can try it out for free. Just sign up through the link below, and they're going to give you a week with this. This will help you have a more informed decision on the plays you're going to be taking. You can look into all these different categories of statistics, different time frames. You saw with Damian Lillard, I could take him in and out of the equation and see what AJ Green does when Damian is in games, when he's out of games. I think that's a very valuable asset for this app. And then matchups, injury reports, and the insights tab. That'll just put some plays on your radar based off of statistics, and they'll just kind of give you a little note about why they think this is good to go under or over. It's really cool. So sign up through the link below. You'll be hooked up with a week just to see how you like it. And then if you want the Daily Grind DFS Optimizer, just use code JRUSSO, and they're going to give you 25% off if you want this optimizer for yourself. dgfantasy.com, code JRUSSO. I've got MLB in here. I made a mixer yesterday. Mixer sharp bet that actually came pretty close. I think it went like 4 of 6 or 5 of 6, but it's great for sharp betting. Play some of these plays that will pop up here will be up here for like 5 or 10 minutes tops, and it's like a mistake that the platform makes, and this catches it quick, and then you can lock it in. So Here's what they're liking for bonus plays on the optimizer. They love this Damian Lillard first quarter points. He usually does. We'll see how the minutes are, him coming back, but usually I know like they were letting him play almost the entire first quarter was kind of Dame's thing, even dating back to Portland. He likes to play the full first quarter to really get himself primed for the rest of the game, get in rhythm, on scoring and whatnot. So 58.87% odds to hit the over, minus 173 on 4.5 points. Man, that does look really good. 5 points for Dame in the first quarter. I think he can get it done. Okay, they like Rudy Gobert points assists, really heavy juice as well, 10.5, 54.45% odds hit the over, minus 142. Ja Morant over 28 points assists, ton of juice there, 54%. Some of these are going to be for different days as well. Kyle Kuzma over 9.5 points, 53.83% odds to hit the over. AJ Green points rebounds, they love that too. 6.5. They got it at 53.74% odds to hit the over. What else do we got? Brook Lopez points rebounds. They like the under at 15.5, 53.54% odds to hit the under. Dame's points overall, they don't like 18.5. They have it at a 53.47% odds to hit the under. It is at 17.5 on quite a few platforms, and it's up at 18.5. So if you take unders, that one does look decent, but scary at the same time. Jaden McDaniels points assists over 12.5. They love it. 53.45% odds to hit the over, minus 137. We'll do one more and get out of here. Aaron Wiggins points alone. 9.5, 53.36% odds to hit the over, minus 133. And we'll go one more since we already talked about Wiggins. Scottie Pippen Jr. points assists, 14.5. They've got that decent amount of juice, 53.24% odds to hit the over, minus 133. So yeah, there's some options there. I'll kind of just show you guys these too if you wanted to pause and take a look at any of these plays. And let's actually refresh one time, see if some of these change. Marvin Bagley, under 4.5 rebounds. They got a lot of juice on that under. Ja Morant, those points assists are juiced at 28, 54%. Yeah, so code JRUSSO if you want this tool for yourself over at dgfantasy.com. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning into the show. I'm going to be hopping on over at the Backdoor Fantasy Sports channel with Jordy, and we're going to collaborate on some plays here in just a little bit. So I hope you guys have a great day. I will not be making a video tomorrow. It is my anniversary, and so I'll be spending the day with my wife and my daughter. And so I will catch you guys. That would be Thursday is when I'll be back. But I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like the video, drop me a comment. And if you have any questions about plays, you want me to use my tools and look them up for you, hit me up in the comments, man. I got my phone with me, and I check it all day. So when you guys need a little bit of help, not like I'm going to tell you what to take, but if you want me to pull up the stats and hit you in the comments with the play you're looking at, just drop me a comment. I'll hook you up. So have a great day, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.